So I have a story.
Bring it
So
on.
I've been building my TikTok, and but of course with some serious content. I'm not there dancing.
You're not dancing. You're not doing
I'm shy
challenges.
of 500 followers organically, so I'm
That's in
doing
how
pretty
long?
well in a
That's
month.
in a month. Okay.
I have a few videos that are 30K views, several at over 10K. I'm doing well. I'm an
Upcoming,
influencer, upcoming
upcoming
influencer.
influence.
So,
Micro.
I reviewed some billboards along the road recently, and I was actually talking about, yeah, reviewing billboards basically. I wasn't like on specific marketing topic, just billboards.
Looking at
So there's this
billboards.
Carrefour billboard I reviewed. I mean, to me, I was like, this is a very crowded and busy billboard. There's a QR code, there's all manner of details they're putting there. And then, and I was like, I don't think the QR code is necessary to start with. Because, I mean, this is a highway. Even when I'm in traffic, I'm not sure. I mean, the matatus, let's say I'm in a saloon car and I'm even in traffic. Will I even, like, I'm seated
Not
and,
to even get the.
like, I'm not sure even I'll
Could
get
be
to
obstructed
see.
actually.
Like, yeah, I'm obstructed. I can't even read, like for me to scan, I have to be still and remove my phone, probably get out of the car.
Yeah, and be
That's the
still. Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah,
practical
yeah.
way to
Yeah,
actually scan that
and
QR
focus
code
enough on
and
yeah,
focus.
focus on the QR code enough.
Hey, but on my TikTok, hey, I'm telling you, oof, they wanna be marketing managers. People who've never done marketing. They're on my case saying
They would
how
say it's
practical
possible.
that is. And I was like, no, 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 no. I think this is waste of space. And first thing, you don't want to do a crowded billboard. So why? Number two, you're putting something people will not actually action on.
So you're
Like
putting
just do a
something.
direct text CTS, download our application on Play Store or Google Store. Like
Actually,
I mean on Play Store or App Store. So
I find QRs also a bit. They are quite. Actually, they are technical. I mean, how many
to
people
start
can
with.
can even now open their phone and
and
scan a
and, and
QR
scan.
code?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
people.
quite
Some people don't even know where to
exactly,
scan QR code.
exactly.
Like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
camera can scan, or you
That's
need a scanner
yeah,
app.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
Exactly, exactly. So it's
So yeah, it's
just
it's
trying to be
it's it's
cool.
technical. I don't think it's yeah. It's
Just trying to be cool.
Carrefour
Just
is trying to be cool, and then there are people who
yeah. I
just
mean,
wanna be cool. So I mean, I found it to be wanting. Actually, there was a comment. A guy was like, I think these people who are replying, they need education first
yeah, yeah,
before
for sure.
even we go to Carrefour. But I'm like, it's Carrefour which did. You should
Exactly.
understand your customers.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for
Number
sure.
two, good marketing is
Clarity.
you remove the work from the customer. You don't add the customer work.
Yeah, yeah.
You make it. They're only doing the necessary thing. That's the only thing
Absolutely.
the work you leave out for them. So I found that's a marketing fail for me, and I mean it's yeah. So anyway, hi guys. So today we decided to discuss the different types of marketing. There are actually three of them. Marketing has a type actually, and your business should have a type
For
when it
sure.
comes to marketing.
For sure.
So there are three main types of marketing. We have above the line, we have below the line, and we have through the line. In broad terms, those are the three. Every other marketing channel
As
falls
to
in one of those
falls in
categories.
one of the three.
So we'll be discussing that. And, I think we start with each one. Let's start with above the line
Start from the top.
from the top.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Tell us.
so above the line, I mean, in a direct, in a layman's, I mean, way of trying to, it's more of looks at targeting masses, and of course, the key objective, the key goal is to promote awareness, to build awareness of your brand or of your business.
Visibility.
Yeah, yeah, visibility. And of course, there are so many ways of doing it. Definitely, I mean, you mentioned about billboard. That's one of them because you are looking at anyone passing along the highway. They'll be able to see your brand. They'll remember it at some point. They could go Google search, maybe visit your website, depending on the call to action you have on that billboard. We also have, I mean, radio has been one. One channel. I mean, big one. Television. what do you call them? The dailies, the press,
Oh
the,
yeah,
the dailies was
newspapers.
another. I mean,
Though these
another huge.
days there are not so much of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think about the liners essentially because of the shift in digital. I mean, the digital orders shift. I think most of them are really you can't really like use them independently. You have to at least have a way of complementing it. I think we'll be discussing that in one of the types. You
Yeah.
usually have to balance it with another channel to be able to actually achieve your end goal, because at the end of the day you are looking at beyond just awareness. The end goal is having a conversion, a lead. So sometimes the above the line channels usually leave you at some point where you are not really optimized your you are gotten your objective, your goal at the end of the day. Yeah, so I think also events lie in there. I mean, when you have events, you have like you could partner with been with maybe an exhibitor somewhere. That's also I think above the line.
Events. I think could
Yeah, I mean
that could
events. Yeah, because
event
you'll
could
have
be.
your like it's an event where you are like you have some exhibition and you display your banner, like you have a banner. I mean somewhere. I mean
Oh yeah, it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
direct. It's
not
more
direct. Yeah,
targeted.
yeah. So anyone
I
walking
think,
through there
yeah,
will be able
I
to
think
find it.
what I would comment on above the line is it's you can do it on different levels of scale. I
Yeah.
would give examples like one you can do it at like very large scale. We would have examples like Coca-Cola sponsoring World Cup. That's like global scale.
Yeah, that's
You
yeah, it's cool.
understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Pepsi, I think, also does global campaigns. These global brands
Heineken.
do it at that scale. Locally, you could, there's the at country level scale.
Yeah, there's
Like, for
also
example,
the
Kenya, Safaricom doing, you know, Twin One campaign, there's billboards, there's TV, and all that. So that's above the line. You can do it at country level. You just mostly, yeah. I think what you're saying about events, it's above the line because we could say World Cup is actually an
an
event.
event. Yeah, yeah.
You understand?
You'll have your banners. I mean, running there or even
Yeah,
your
you could
TN
still
roads
do it
somewhere.
more of like regionalized in within a country, but also you've regionalized. Like you could have billboards in just certain parts,
Exactly. Oh yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, like so. I think that's above the line for me. You have to see it in different skills,
Yeah.
and it's targeting. That group of again. You're talking to your audience. You're creating awareness to
Yeah,
your
exactly.
audience, and audience has layers. There is already your existing customers. There is potential customers, and there is even who
So people don't
not. They are
even
not
know.
even because potential is people fall within your audience category.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
maybe they just don't know you exist.
yeah, yeah. But at
But
least
there
they
is
know.
somebody who
Yeah.
probably they need to be preached to be converted from like it's a total
To know,
stranger.
yeah, to
They
know
don't
you are
even know
there.
like they need such a solution.
Exactly,
But they
exactly. Yeah,
need to start the integration. What is it? It has a name, but anyway, you get the point. It's people who are not even aware they have the
they
problem,
have the problem.
but then you need to start the journey of bringing them.
Bring
So
them.
it's I think above the line is good. You start there where you just somebody will see it and then they'll be like, okay, there's this such a thing exists.
Yeah,
Okay,
then
perfect.
they go check out and then
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think that's much about it. On
Above
above
the
the
line.
line, I think next we could talk of number two is below the line. Below the line, I think, as the name suggests,
It's
it's
below.
now the sales. It's focused on sales. It's focused on deals and conversions. It's very personal and direct, one-on-one kind of thing. So let's say let me just use the Carrefour example again. You're going to Carrefour and Minute Maid have set up
An activation in
an
there
activation tent
somewhere.
there,
Yeah.
maybe on the entrance or
On the
inside.
shelves.
Some do inside, like
Actually, most of them on the
in
shelves.
Naivas,
Yeah, yeah.
just the one below here. You
Along the
have, I
shelves. On the
think, I've
shelves.
seen
Yeah.
ladies doing, like on the aisle where the item is. There's a lady there who stops you and like, oh, do you want to try this? You remember on the liquor store the other day there was the African Originals,
Yeah,
the
that local. Yeah,
KO,
yeah, yeah.
the KO guys, and they were giving free samples.
Yeah.
Let's say Nivea has set up a tent and they are giving people free samples of
For examples
Nivea,
of
and then
the
you
yeah,
go
yeah.
use. I mean, those ones we've seen, they are all over. The below
Those
the
are
line
all
is
over.
very common. Even remember Safaricom way back, it was big on below the line. They used to have tents, and
Yeah.
they sell to you the SIM cards. They show you how to use, because you remember back in the day it was just,
They give out
it wasn't like
flyers.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
right now. It's all over. I mean, it's nobody needs to be taught how to use a phone and to even load data. And back in the days, you had to be taught how to do it.
Yeah, for sure. How to load and how
So
to buy bundles. Uh-huh.
that's below the line. It's targeted on a. It's more of sniper. It's very targeted. It's more of sniper kind of marketing,
Yeah, interacting on a very,
very personal
very
level.
personal level.
And you realize, like, after KO gave us samples, they asked, like, would you want to buy?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
do you want to buy a couple of them? So yeah, it's very targeted towards sales.
Yeah, yeah.
But also you're trying to create a direct experience immediately, and then somebody, you can buy. Now, we can go to through the line. Through the line means you're combining both above the
A
line.
hybrid of above the line and below the line.
Maybe before we go to through the line, we could give examples of below the line. We've just given the in-store activations. There's SMS blasts. There is
Even email.
email. There is inboxes, WhatsApp. All these things. WhatsApp is a big
Yeah,
channel
yeah,
these days.
broadcasting.
That's
Yeah.
below the line, because it's inbox. It's personalized. So yeah, I mean, through the line means we are combining both. We are combining above the line and below the line.
the line.
So let's say, for example, Equity Bank is running a campaign on TV. And just saying who they are and what they offer and how they help grow businesses, And you remember the campaign they did was, I'm a member, and they were targeting
Yeah, back
SMEs.
here, back here. Yeah.
And then from there, they can do now, they can set tents within specific parts of town, or they can send SMS,
Send SMS.
because they have your data.
Yeah.
That they have loan offers. Maybe the interest, they have special interest for a certain category of people, of SMEs, let's say farmers. So you see, they have done above the line, and then they have come to where you are,
To where you are.
through SMS or through a tent, and then that's through the line. So you coordinate. They are happening at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not waiting for one to end for you to activate the other. You're actually doing it at the same time. So that's through the line. You could combine also billboards
Even
with
a billboard.
TVs.
Yeah, yeah, billboard with
Billboards with TVs, or with no, not TV really. You could combine billboard with social media. Maybe social media message ads or lead ads for social media. For social media, I think has both above the line and below the line. You can do awareness purely on social
Awareness
media.
is for
That's above the line.
Then
But then with
targeted.
social media, you can still do very targeted,
Targeted,
which is
that-
below the
that
line. I think social media just encompasses both.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, those are the three main types of marketing. So we have above the line, below the line, and through the line. I think that's from like, you have to understand marketing for
Yeah,
you
for
to-
sure.
But I mean, we want every SME owner out there to really just be cognizant of some of, so that you're not just
approaches.
launching your Facebook ad and boosting your posts and expecting millions. I'm not sure that would happen. And the budget is 300 Kenya shillings per day. Like, it's mega budget and all that. We are not saying that. I mean, of course, it requires budget to really
it
run
requires
all these types of marketing. It requires very huge not really huge, not substantial, I would say. So yeah, your thoughts on TTL?
Yeah, I think, as you have said, I think most of currently, I think that hybrid model really works because, because of the shift in shift in the technology, people, if I find a billboard along the highway, of course, I'll be able to see it. But even better when I get an ad when I'm scrolling through my social media. So you have to, try to balance, find people where they are at least. If you miss me on the billboard or on the TV commercial, I should also be able to find you on social media. Running an ad or even just a post. But I think at the end of the day, really what matters is, what your objectives are. To choose the correct channel, you have to, understand the goal of your, marketing. And also, of course, as you said,
The
budget,
goal
of
is
course.
revenue. It's
Yeah.
money. I
And
don't
then,
think there's really any other goal.
and then some people would want to just do, awareness. But of course, at the end of the day, revenue has to be
The center of it.
on the center. Then, of course, of course, your audience too. If you know your audience does not really, like right now, I don't know what percentage of people really watch television. Those numbers should have gone, but at least when you maybe if you talk about now social media usage, things like YouTube, you know where to place your marketing efforts. Depending on the usage of your audience, where your audience are likely to be found. So, there's so many factors, but at the end of the day, you have to optimize for what matters, which is revenue conversions. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So if you would want a personalized strategy session, you can see
Yeah,
us.
for sure.
But
To know what
anyway,
to
it was
choose.
nice having you. If you like the content, share, follow, tell a friend, tell a friend. See you in the next one.